Have you ever stopped to wonder if everything you thought you knew about the Lakers' title blueprint is about to be flipped on its head? What if the man who could add the missing piece to this puzzle is standing right in plain sight, waiting to be swooped off another roster? What if, tonight, we reveal a secret so bold it could reshape LA's destiny, and it involves a 7-footer with a $238 million tag? Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, your go-to source for every seismic shake in Lakerland. Smash that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Because today's topic is nothing short of earth-shattering. Lauri Markkanen confirmed to the Lakers. Yes, you heard that right. The rumor mill is churning with claims that the Lakers are ready to pull the trigger on a blockbuster trade to land Lauri Markkanen from Cleveland, pairing him with LeBron James and Luka Doncic to form a fearsome new Big Three. But hold on, because we're not dropping the reveal at the top of the show. Instead, let's unravel the mystery slowly and build the suspense you crave. Picture this. It's mid-season. The Western Conference is in chaos, and the Lakers are desperately searching for that dynamic front-court scorer who can space the floor, stretch defenses, and pick up the scoring slack whenever LeBron buys a breather. Rumors swirl that Markkanen, last season's most improved player finalist, averaging an eye-popping 25 points and 8 rebounds per game while shooting 40% from three, has become LA's top target. But here's the catch. It's not going to be cheap. We're talking about absorbing his massive 5-year, $238 million contract while sending a package to Cleveland that likely includes D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, draft compensation, and potentially Rui Hachimura. Could this be the kind of risk the Lakers are willing to take as they chase one more title window with LeBron and Luka? According to Heavy.com, this blockbuster idea hinges on several factors. First, the Cavaliers are open to moving Markkanen, if they believe they can secure younger assets because their star contours are shifting around Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. Second, the Lakers possess the draft capital and willing role players. Reeves, a burgeoning 3-and-D sharpshooter on a team-friendly deal, and Russell, a veteran floor general, who can tempt Cleveland's front office. Some insiders believe the Cavs would prioritize future flexibility over paying a max contract forward, especially given Markkanen's penchant for injuries and occasional defensive lapses. Could this mean that LA sees an opening to strike while Cleveland still fears overpaying on a contract that disqualifies them from other moves? Fans are wondering if this is the perfect storm that suddenly makes the Markkanen deal feasible. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. There are plenty of moving parts. For starters, absorbing a $238 million contract puts the Lakers deep into luxury tax territory, triggering apron restrictions that hamper their ability to sign supplemental pieces. Some pundits argue that this salary burden could throttle LA's roster flexibility in the long term. Is it possible that adding a max contract forward creates enough salary cap tension to hurt, rather than help, the Lakers' chance at sustainable success? Yet, others counter that Markkanen's elite floor spacing, he knocked down 190 threes last season, and his burgeoning playmaking instincts could be the precise yin to LeBron and Luka's yang. With Markkanen's gravity, defenses might be forced to choose between guarding his mid-range pull-up or collapsing on LeBron, opening lanes for Doncic's patented drives. Could this be the missing jigsaw piece that turns the Lakers from contenders to favorites? Fans are already buzzing on social media with animated lineup graphics. LeBron at the power forward, Luka at small forward, and Markkanen at center in small ball sets. Some Lakers diehards are chanting, "We need Lauri," implying that his pick-and-pop prowess could take this offense from good to historic. Others, however, raise red flags. Markkanen's defensive rating last season was near the bottom of starters, and he logged only 65 games due to nagging back and ankle issues. Could the Lakers afford to gamble on his health? Some insiders believe that adding someone with Markkanen's scoring and size still outweighs any defensive risk because players like Dennis Schroeder or Malik Beasley can help cover the mismatches on the perimeter. But is that enough to quell concerns about rim protection when the Nuggets or Suns throw bodies at Davis? Let's talk timing. The trade discussion reportedly heated up in late May, right after the Cavaliers bowed out of the playoffs and the Lakers watched their own season end in frustration. LA's front office, hungry for a game-changer around LeBron and Luka, quietly crunched numbers. They realized that by including Reeves, a 20-year-old rookie who averaged 14 points on 50% shooting, and Russell, they could offset much of Markkanen's salary. But the real bargaining chip? A future first-round pick swap that lets Cleveland retain control over its draft destiny. Could this nuanced approach be the key to sweetening the pot for a franchise that covets picks and development over salary cap anchors? Imagine the locker room dynamic if Markkanen arrives. He's already lauded for his professionalism, genuine attitude, and willingness to learn from veterans. Some insiders hinted that during the All-Star festivities, Markkanen was spotted chatting with LeBron about life off the court, forging an unexpected bond. Could this chemistry in the locker room translate to instant on-court synergy? Fans can't stop speculating whether Markkanen's mid-season trade brotherhood with LeBron could blossom into a balancing act of mentorship and competition, pushing each other to new heights. Historically speaking, the Lakers haven't landed a high-price free agent via trade without giving up enormous value. Remember when they acquired Dwight Howard, only to see him leave in free agency a year later? Or when they swung for Kyrie Irving before the Kawhi Leonard fiasco? The margin for error in LA's blockbuster pursuit is razor thin. If they overpay for Markkanen and he fails to mesh or stays injured, the fallout could haunt them for years. Is it possible that this franchise, so accustomed to chasing superstars, could be making the same mistake again? Fans are wondering if the Lakers' thirst for splashy headlines might lead them down the same treacherous path. So here we are, Lakers faithful, on the cusp of what could be the most audacious trade in recent memory. Lauri Markkanen, a $238 million max contract moving from Cleveland to Los Angeles, pairing with LeBron James and Luka Doncic to forge the new Big Three. It's a storyline ripe with possibility and peril, dripping with intrigue and loaded with what-if scenarios that keep us up at night. Could this be the turning point that finally delivers LA its 18th banner? Or will it be remembered as the blockbuster gamble that backfired, leaving the roster fragmented and the future uncertain? If you're as hyped as I am for Lakers News Fan Report, smash that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of the drama in purple and gold. Now, picking up where we left off, the possibility of Lauri Markkanen joining LeBron James and Luka Doncic has fans buzzing with unimaginable excitement and equal parts anxiety. Imagine stepping into Crypto.com arena and seeing that trio on the court, LeBron operating as the orchestrator, Luka operating in pick-and-roll actions, and Markkanen stationed beyond the arc, ready to let fly with catch-and-shoot triples. Could this mean the Lakers' offense transforms into an unstoppable force? Last season, LeBron averaged 24.4 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 8 assists on efficient 51% shooting, numbers that still make him one of the most productive players at age 40. Luka, in his first months as a Laker, averaged 28 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds while shooting 47% from the field and 37% from three. Now add Markkanen's 25-point scoring outburst last year in Cleveland, when he knocked down 190 threes and shot 62% true shooting, numbers that would vault him into the league's elite spacing conversation. If healthy, could he push LA from a top-5 offense to the number 1 seed in the West? Yet, we must consider the ripple effects throughout the roster. Bringing in Markkanen inevitably alters the rotation. What becomes of Austin Reeves, who averaged 14 points per game on 50% shooting in his rookie season? Reeves has become a fan favorite for his scrappy defense, clutch shot-making, and infectious energy. Some insiders believe he slides into a sixth-man role, giving the starters explosive bench scoring that could keep opponents off balance late. Fans are wondering if a LeBrook lineup, LeBron, Reeves, Doncic, Markkanen, and Davis, could close out games with unstoppable spacing. But is it possible that taking Reeves off the floor for extended minutes might deflate the chemistry that emerged when he guarded Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in that 126-99 blowout over Oklahoma City? If Reeves sees his minutes drop from 32 to 25, will his confidence falter, or will he embrace a role as the spark plug behind the starters? Then there's Bronny James. Last year, Bronny's limited minutes in garbage time quietly turned heads. He scored efficiently, knocked down his first NBA three-pointer, and showed maturity well beyond his 19 years. Some sources say the front office envisions Bronny carving out a rotational spot as a 3-and-D guard, especially if veterans vacate to make cap space for Markkanen. Could the addition of a proven veteran like Markkanen actually accelerate Bronny's development by giving him a clear niche? Or might Bronny see his path to the rotation blocked by this blockbuster, prompting harder decisions about his role in the organization? Some insiders believe that if Markkanen signs in purple and gold, the Lakers might lean on Bronny fewer than 10 minutes per game, effectively stunting his growth. Yet other voices argue that playing behind LeBron's son alone is an invaluable learning opportunity, regardless of minutes. On the court, envision Game 1 of the regular season. LeBron calls for a high pick-and-roll with Doncic, the defense, collapses, and Markkanen pops into the corner for a wide-open three. That kind of set alone could shift opponents' defensive priorities, forcing double teams on LeBron and leaving shooters like Reeves and Rui Hachimura open on the second side. Could this potent spacing allow Anthony Davis to roam one-on-one, inside without help? And could that single tactical advantage make a pivotal difference in a close playoff series against a team like the Phoenix Suns or the Denver Nuggets? It's possible, but it hinges on Markkanen maintaining his health and defensive effort. Last year, his defensive rating was near 116. Not great, but if LA pairs him with Jared Vanderbilt or DeAndre Jordan for occasional relief, they might mitigate those concerns. Meanwhile, the Lakers bench could see a seismic overhaul. If Richaun Holmes or Naz Reid were penciled in for backup center snaps, their roles become more limited with Markkanen stretching the floor. Will Coach Redick trust Bronny in late-game blowouts to rest the starters? Or will he lean on veteran names like Malik Monk or Gabe Vincent to fill out those 8 to 10 minutes? Some insiders claim the bench chemistry is the Lakers' secret weapon, and that any blockbuster trade must carefully preserve that dynamic, lest the second unit collapse. Fans are wondering if Markkanen's presence might inadvertently unravel that chemistry. Could bench cohesion suffer if everyone focuses too much on the star trio? Let's not forget the ripple effect on the playoffs. In a 7-game series, depth and role players often determine who advances. If the Lakers invest heavily in Markkanen and sacrifice multiple draft picks and young assets, they gamble that this configuration is a one-and-done super team that can win now. But if injuries strike or chemistry falters, they could find themselves locked into a depleted roster for years to come. Could this bold move be the spark that finally breaks LA's Western Conference drought? Or might it backfire, leaving them vulnerable to conference rivals with deeper benches and more draft capital? Some insiders whisper that the front office believes LeBron has one last championship run left in him, and they're willing to bet everything on that hunch. Is it possible that betting on a 40-year-old superstar is the boldest and riskiest strategy of all? As this season heats up, every slashing drive, every catch-and-shoot moment, and every late-game defensive rotation will be magnified under Lakers scrutiny. Could Alex Caruso's blinking defense, Reeves's 24-point explosions, or Hachimura's mid-range touches become the unsung heroes that complement Markkanen's shooting? Fans are already arguing if Markkanen hits 40% from deep, we'll be unstoppable. Others argue defense wins championships. Markkanen's defensive lapses could be our undoing. Some ex-players have mused on podcasts. The pressure on Lauri will be immense, Playing in LA, next to LeBron and Luka, in front of 20,000 fans, can he handle it mentally? The psychological component cannot be understated. Now, as the season heats up, what do you believe will define LA's destiny? Secrecy or transparency? Personally, as a die-hard Lakers supporter, I believe adding Lauri Markkanen is the bold move that pushes us over the top. His shooting and size perfectly complement LeBron and Luka, creating an offensive juggernaut. But I also recognize the risks, cap constraints, defensive vulnerabilities, and the potential long-term cost of trading away young assets. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, share your thoughts, and subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, so you never miss another explosive update.